Alright, time for Dragon Zord power! Alright, it's Tommy!
Like most people, I grew up watching Power Rangers. But if you're one of those weird people who never grew up watching Power Rangers or don't know what Power Rangers is, basically it's a show with 3 or 5 team members saving the world from evil. You know, the typical hero stuff. But what makes it really unique is that when the Rangers defeat a foe, they become bigger, which means they're allowed to summon a giant robot, which is called a Megazord. This was one of the coolest things to watch as a kid, even if it uses Japanese footage and just dubs it over. Yeah, if you didn't know, Power Ranger takes its battle footage from its Japanese counterpart, Super Sentai. And in some seasons, there are more faithful adaptations to the Japanese counterpart, but most of the time they make their own unique story. Personally, I really enjoy Power Rangers over Super Sentai, and that's because I prefer dub over sub. Also, Power Rangers have a lot of crossovers.
So the Mutant Ninja Turtles are for real?
Yeah. Hey, we couldn't believe they were really Power Rangers either. Pretty trippy.
Yeah, they cross over with the Ninja Turtles not just once, but 3 times, not to mention the Justice League and Godzilla? Yeah, there exists an official crossover between Power Rangers and Godzilla, which honestly sounds like a dream come true, so let's check it out. The story begins with Tommy Oliver, aka the Green Ranger, spying on Rita Repulsa and her minions. Rita finds an artifact that lets her travel throughout the multiverse of madness. She wants to travel to a world without those pesky Power Rangers. But before she can activate the device, Tommy leaps into action and starts fighting Goldar and Scorpina. Rita manages to activate the device and all of them travel to an alternate Angel Grove. Rita begins to celebrate but gets interrupted by Godzilla fighting Megalon. While watching the fight, Rita calls Godzilla beautiful, and that's understandable. Godzilla does have that riz. Later on, Rita and her minions teleport into the Xilian ship and take control of it. Tommy wakes up and he thinks Godzilla is one of Rita's monsters, so he starts playing the Dragon Dagger. Yeah, that's right, the Dragon Zord is fighting Godzilla. This is like the most coolest thing ever. Unfortunately for the Dragon Zord, it was no match for the King of the Monsters. But luckily for Tommy, the Rangers arrive. Issue 1 ends with Jason saying,
We need dinosaur power! Now!
The next issue begins with Godzilla fighting the Dino Megazord. Once again, this is super cool, right? My monkey brain cannot handle this fan service. Meanwhile, Tommy gets captured by the villains. Rita decides to be a party pooper and interrupt the fight by selling some Xilian ships. This caused the Megazord to deactivate. While waiting for the swords to charge, the Ranger found out that they made a oopsie doopsie. Yeah, it turns out that Godzilla wasn't really a bad guy. I mean, technically speaking, Godzilla is a bad guy, but when he has beef with other kaijus or aliens, he will help out. The Rangers manage to get on board the Xilian ship and try to rescue Tommy. But the Xilians summon, and say it with me, guys.
Gigan!
Tommy tells the others not to worry about him, so they go and begin fighting Gigan. But Rita tells Fister to summon even more monsters, so he summoned Rhino Blast and Eye Guy. Outnumbered, the Rangers take a beating. Rita thinks that she's about to win, so she starts planning to betray the Xilians and steal all their kaijus. In this scene, we see a ton of cameos, including the likes of Anguirus, Space Godzilla, Biolante, Rodan, and of course everyone's favorite kaiju, Edra of the Deep. Godzilla decides to finally show up and teams up with the Rangers, and together they manage to defeat the monster trio. This makes Rita mad, so she sends in Scorpina and more kaijus.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
However, Scorpina's Bug Squad was easily defeated by the Power Rangers and Godzilla. Rita gets furious and summons Monster Zero, aka King Ghidorah.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
King Ghidorah easily beats up Godzilla and the Power Rangers. The Zealands realized setting Ghidorah free was a huge mistake, and they were right. As Ghidorah starts attacking the mothership, the Zealands decide to let Tommy go so he can help his friends fight Ghidorah, while Rita summons more monsters to fight Ghidorah. But that doesn't work as Rita's monsters get destroyed easily. Tommy was able to reactivate the Dragon Sword and join the fight. Later on, the Rangers combined their two Megazords to become the Mega Dinozord. Together with Godzilla, they managed to kill Ghidorah. Godzilla knows there only one opponent left, but luckily the Rangers left before he can attack. During the fight, Rita accidentally broke the multiverse device, which causes Rita and her minions to transport in and out of the dimension, seeing nothing but Rangers and Godzilla. This gives Rita a massive headache.
Oh, I have such a headache, I just can't stand it. Oh.
Overall, this comic is amazing. Don't get me wrong, this comic is not perfect. I didn't like the fact that once again King Ghidorah is the final boss. Then again, it makes sense that King Ghidorah is the final boss. I really wish they had a hybrid version of King Ghidorah for this comic. The art for the comic is not really for everyone. But I can overlook all these nitpicks because this shit was amazing. It was just like Godzilla Final Wars. This comic had more fan service than a harem anime. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.
Don't be sorry, this is my journey.